This is going to be a tutorial on how to install your brass deflector and side cover for the Raven 9mm and 5.56. Today we're going to be doing it on my Raven 5.56, and we're going to install my brass deflector and the side cover. It's going to be the same process for the 9mm, so let me walk you through it. First, we're going to take the screws out of the nuts, and we're going to apply some sort of locking compound to the screws. Alright, after you've applied your locking compound to your screws, I haven't done that here just to save some time, but I would highly recommend it just so they don't back out. You're going to want to put your screws in here and your nuts with this the smaller end, the kind of tapered end, towards here. I already have this nut in here because that was a little hard to get in. On your version, it should, if it's hard to get in, it should already be in there, or it should be nice and easy to get that one in. So now that we just have these very loosely threaded on, I'm going to grab our upper here, and we're just going to, it should slide in nice and easy. We're going to want to make sure that back area is flat, and this is all the way down. We're going to start by screwing down this front. We're going to give this 2 full rotations, and you're going to start to feel resistance at around 2 full rotations. That was actually perfect. Now we're going to give this guy 2 rotations. And after that 2 rotations, you're either going to want to feel inside the receiver to see if the nut is protruding past where it would block the bolt on the inside. These look fine, but all I'm going to do is I'm going to torque these down a little more just so this thing doesn't come out. Give it another half turn, maybe 3/4. Feels about good. Yeah, we'll give, that's perfect. And if your nut does break, don't worry, there's extras, and just don't go as tight next time. But there you go, this thing's rock solid in there. Should be clear on the inside of the receiver. It's a little hard to show on camera, but it's clear so the bolt can slide without hitting anything. Just slide your bolt in, make sure it slides smooth, which that does. And then we'll go on to the side cover here. Basically the same install steps, but you got a couple more nuts. Alright, now moving on to the side cover, we're going to do the same thing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put the nuts on these, just thread them in ever so slightly again. Now that we got all the nuts on this one, we're going to press fit this one in. And if it doesn't go, if it really just doesn't want to go in, you might have to back the nuts off. And if you can't get it to go in with the nuts all the way pushed in, what you can do is put them in just this side once you have it press fit in. But this side cover will be a nice tight press fit. And then same thing, we're just going to tighten these guys. So we'll go about there till I feel some resistance. Just going to tighten, feeling a little. Got some resistance there. Yep. Okay, once you have some resistance on all those, you're going to want to check on this side of the receiver to see if those nuts are protruding in the receiver at all, which this last nut here on this screw is. Alright, so I was having some issues with the last one here. So I unscrewed it all the way because I think I had it cross-threaded. So what I'm going to do is turn the receiver over. I'm actually going to just hold in the screw with my finger on the other side, on the back side, and insert the nut into the receiver and just hold it there. Turn the receiver now this way while you're holding the nut, and just make sure it's flat, it's screwed in. It's screwing in a lot better. Now got some resistance, and now that is not protruding into the receiver anymore. Alright, now that all those are smoothly in there, they're not sticking into the receiver. We can see if the bolt rides smoothly, which we might want to tighten these down a little more. I can feel a little resistance on the bolt. We'll just see. We'll tighten these down a little more because some of them were protruding. This one actually needs a little more. It's got no resistance. It's good now. And that's good. I'll try the bolt again, see if it feels smooth. That's much better. And there you go. The one thing you want to make sure of is if you hear a crack, that's probably because the nut inside cracked. That's why I include extras, just in case you over torque them. But these ones all seem pretty good. And that's it.